Hello, everybody. Alrighty, so probably can't hear me that well. Now you can. That's better. I have a lot of cards. Oh wait, there we go. I have a lot of cards. A lot of them are in decks. I mean, the majority of the boxes are full like that. Let's get this live stream finished setting up, and then we will start looking through here and see if we can find anything good. See if anybody's actually interested or having fun. MZH, welcome to the chat. Yes, indeed, I do remember you. And welcome to the chat, Mega. How are you? Give me just 1 second and I'll explain what we're doing. Vertical stream lagged, I think. Oh, that's a possibility. Hopefully it's not that bad. Sorry, I haven't been in live a lot. Hey, it's alright, man. How have you been, by the way? You doing okay, man? Alright, there we go. It unlagged now? Nice. Good, good. Alright, so I'm going to pull this up. We're going to go to Mana Box, and we're going to use Mana Box to catalog all our cards. Mid, what about you? I'm doing pretty good myself. I mean, wait, hold on. I'm proposing in 9 days. Hopefully she didn't see that. Hopefully she didn't hear that. That's boring, see ya. MTG is? Okay. Have a great day, Mega. That's okay. Account. I got a notification when playing a game. Nice. You should ring that bell so you can get all the notifications, because I want to see you more often, man. I had to leave the game to watch. Nice. That's valid. Yeah, I have no idea if this live stream is actually going to be entertaining at all. I just kind of wanted to try it out. And also, I've been wanting to get into this anyways. Okay, so I won't be able to get it online. So I won't worry about that. What you've been doing? A lot of Terraria lately. Lots of Terraria indeed. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. This is my Magic the Gathering collection. As you can see, it's a big, hefty box. There is estimated to be about, hold on, let me gather all of it in one spot. About $1,000 worth of cards here. And this right here is the first deck that I ever bought. So, I'm going to be documenting all these cards and figuring out which ones are cheaper, which ones are more expensive, which ones are worth selling, which ones are worth keeping, and possibly selling all of them. Imagine how many boxes he has. Yes. So if you want, I could actually pull out all the boxes real quick. So we got this one, that's full like that. This one, that's full like that. It has a couple decks in it. This one, full like that. This one is full like that. This one is full like that, so a couple decks. This one's not that full, it just has a couple miscellaneous and a deck. I'm a ghost, so sorry, it's not like I don't... It's just not my type, see ya. Alright, no worries, man, you take care, man. That one. That one. That. This is all my dice and stuff. I don't know, if this live stream gets a lot of popularity, I might just stick to doing this occasional live stream and do more Magic the Gathering themed stuff, because I might want to get back into it again, depending on if I have enough money to do so. And then, finally, I have this, which has the rest of my decks. There's 9 decks of cards in here. Oh wait, never mind, there's not 9 decks of cards, most of them are counters. Anyways, you get the idea, I have a lot of cards. 13 boxes, sounds about right. So, shove the majority of these back over here. I have an app on my phone that I downloaded recently. Technically, I had it before, but my account data got lost somehow. So I re-downloaded it, and now I'm going to be documenting every single one of these cards. And the app tracks prices of the cards online, because these are collector's items. But the app tracks the cards online and tells me how expensive they are worth. And so I want to know how much all these cards collectively are worth. And so I want to try it and figure that out. And so I'm thinking I want to start with this one right here. There's 100 cards in this pack right here. They're not in the best condition because these are my older cards. But as you can see, that's Lathril, Blade of the Elves. She has Menace, meaning she can only be blocked by 2 or more creatures. And when Lathril, Blade of the Elves, deals combat damage to a player, that player create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. Working on the mystery of the RMS Titanic. Nice. Sounds fun, sounds fun. Anyways, you could tap Lathril, tap 10 untapped elves I control, and each opponent loses 10 life and I gain 10 life. And this deck that I have is built around getting as many elves out as possible. It's actually a very fun deck. Anyways, the Lathril card is actually in pretty good condition. I'm surprised about that. So, Lathril. Now, if I could remember how to use this. There we go. It is cap sensitive. And so I have this app right here. Can you play a simulation of the Titanic and react about what happened? Possibly eventually. This is definitely the Clydeholm Commander KHC. It is a foil. Yeah, that's definitely a foil. And it is near mint. So this card is worth about $4.39. I'll enjoy when you start that. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and scoop out all these lands so that we don't have them in the way. Should we do the lands first? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the basic lands first. So that's our commander. Commander's worth $4.39. Let's get all our forests out. Forest. Boop. This one. There's one of those, which is not bad. That's 89 cents for a forest. That's actually really good. Then we got two of these ones, one foil, one non-foil. That's VOW. That's that one right there. So we got one foil, that's 12 cents. One non-foil, or one, the non-foil is 12 cents, the foil is 9 cents. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Then we got THB. That's that one. That's going to be right there. 13 cents. Not bad, not bad. Neo. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That's that one right there. That is not a foil. 12 cents. Okay. We got 4 of those from Neon Dynasty. One, two, three, 4. Nice. Then we got this one from M21. That is that one right there. Non-foil, 21 cents. Not bad, not bad. And then this one is also from M21. It's the same card. Okay, okay. So far our collection is worth a total of $6.57. That's not bad. That's not bad. These cards are like freaking old. I've bought these like 5, 6 years ago. I don't remember most of them. I just remember that I used to have an obsession with this. Still here watching? Nice. If you're using Mana Box, I personally found that the best way to catalog cards is just to get a white sheet of paper and the cards on them to scan way quicker than manually typing. That's valid. That's valid. I might try that actually. Do I have a white sheet of paper? I do have a white sheet of paper. How do I scan them now? Well, for the cards that are repeats, I'll probably just type them in because I can just type them in and cycle through what I need pretty fast. Bottom right tab. Let me find. Ah, I see. Settings. Hold up. Hold up. Two, three. Is that one seriously worth $1.63? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Quick scans is off if you care about sets. I'm not too worried about sets. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that did scan correctly. Very interesting. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, man. Squealer, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Got two of those. Glad it's working out. Thank you, man. I have all my decks and collections scanned through Mana Box. It's the best. I used it once before. It was pretty useful, but then I lost all my data on it somehow. I don't remember how. But it's been a while since I've actually gone through it again. It's been a while since I've looked at any of my cards. I figured might as well try it out, see if it catches any attention. Hold up. I think these ones didn't go through. Yeah. There we go. There. And then we got this one. Okay, okay. Very interesting, very interesting. And all of these are one and dones. So we'll start with the Jungle Hollow, and we'll just scan all the way through. Yep. Okay, very interesting. I'm learning. I'm learning. There we go. $0.22, not bad. This one's 19 cents, not bad. This one's showing up as wait. Yeah, it's that one. 30 cents. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. $0.16. 33 cents off first glance. Let's change the appropriate. Is this Crimson Vow Commander? Yep, indeed it is. 187. So that would be it. 23 cents. Okay, not bad, not bad. This one's definitely Hour of Devastation. Marketed at 14 cents. Foul Orchard. 110, marketed at 15 cents. Okay. Bro, Squealer, thank you. I really appreciate your advice. This scanning feature is nice. KHC. So 117, 21 cents, not bad. Myriad Landscape. Oh, wait. Is this a safe place? No autistic, sexually confused MAPs, furry people? Nope, just you. You're the only one of them. 115, Clyde Home Commander, 27. Not bad, 27 cents. One second, guys. Yeah. Wizard Dub Cheese, welcome to the chat. How are you? Glad you could join us today. Alright. Myriad Landscape was the last one that we landed. Currently, we're sitting at almost $15. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Commander Tower. That's the VOC. $0.31, not terrible. There we go. I would sub if there is none who frequent this. What are you doing? I am doing an MTG treasure hunt, cataloging all my old cards that I used to use all the time. I will say there are some of my viewers that are weird, but we get along just fine because I don't control their life, they don't control mine. Me personally, I'm against that stuff, but hey, I'm gonna let them live their life as long as they're not trying to change mine. There we go. Haunted Mire. We got DMU. Boom. 29 cents. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Excellent subbed. Just don't bully the ones that are that way, that are part of my community. That's all I ask. VOC. Yep. 39. Not bad indeed. And one more land out of this deck. That is KHC. 29 cents. Okay, okay. So after scanning all the lands, we got $16.05. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. 1 second, my girlfriend's texting me. Alrighty. Good deal? Yeah. Good. Alrighty. Next, let's do all our enchantments out of here. I think these ones are already sorted for the most part. Yeah. For the majority of them are already sorted. Presence of Gond. I love this card. It's actually surprisingly useful in this deck. JMP. And it's surprisingly not expensive. This is the 421. So 17 cents. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Alrighty. Put that there. Presence of Gond. Gond. Presence of Gond. Jeez, my camera is having a really hard time focusing. It's one of my favorite cards. Enchanted Creature, and it's an aura. Enchanted Creature has tap, create 1 green elf warrior creature token. What set might this be? That's in the JMP set back in 2020. But I think when I bought it, it came with my Elven Empire deck. I don't know for sure, though. I don't remember. Pride of the Perfect. $0.19. All elves get +2/+0, which is really helpful when you have 20 1/1 elves. Binding of the Old Gods. This one's nice because it gives my creatures death touch on the third one, which if I have 21/1 elves, Death Touch is overpowered. But at the same time, this card doesn't necessarily benefit me beyond that. So if I start playing regularly, I might extract this from this deck. Ooh, Prowess of the Fair. Whenever another non-token elf is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. That is a $5 card right there. That's pretty good. JMP equals jumpstart? Yes, indeed. I never remember the technical things. Crown of Skemfar. KHC, yep, okay. That is a $2.50 card. Not bad, not bad. Molder Vine Reclamation. About $1. Not bad, not bad. Elder Fang Venom. Now that's a card that's worth the money. All elves get Death Touch, and it's a permanent enchantment. And whenever an elf I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. That is a $13 card, and that is definitely one of the best cards in this deck. That is nice. That is nice. Alright, now moving on to my sorceries. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sorceries in this deck. Starting with Roots of Wisdom. It's not terrible, 13 cents. Urborg Repossession. It looks cool, but personally I never really use any graveyard features. I mean, the card's only 8 cents, so it makes sense why I wouldn't be super hyped about it. Eyeblight Massacre. This one's not terrible. Good 13 cents. Bounty of Skemfar. 32 cents. It is card searching, and it's green. Green card searching is rare. Casualties of War, probably one of the more expensive cards in this deck. And it is 31 cents. Expensive mana-wise is what I mean. 31 cents, not terrible. Pact of the Serpent. This one's really fun. Because if you have a ton of elves, it's choose a creature type. Target player draws X card and loses X life, where X is the number of creatures they control of the chosen type. If you're against a character, if you have sleeves kicking around, be sure to sleeve the money cards. I will eventually, if I decide to actually sell them, but I don't know for sure. Giraffe, what are you? How's it going, man? We are scanning all my cards that I have. There we go. All right, let's go. KHC. That is what I am doing. I'm taking a break from Terraria for today. This is a $3 card. That's not bad. It makes sense. It's really, really useful. It's not just an elf card. It's like useful for any deck where you have a lot of the same type. And Harvest Season. This is like an overpowered land searching card. Very useful. And Elvish Promenade, a tribal sorcery. Oh, wow. $11. Almost. Now let's create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf I control, essentially doubling my army. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I do have some sleeves kicking around, but I don't have very many. Alright, moving on to our instance. 1, 2, 3 instance. I only have 3 instances in this deck. Not surprised. I went through a phase where I thought instances were useless. That's the 103 one. Definitely. 13 cents for Poison the Cup. Not bad, not bad. Barrier Breach. 15 cents. It's not terrible. And Elven Ambush. If this isn't an expensive card, yep, $9. If this card wouldn't be worth a lot, I don't know what would be. This is a really useful card. It's an instant, and it does the same thing that that Tribal Sorcery does. It creates a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf I control. If I have both of them, I could double my army, boom, boom, twice in a row. So nice. Alright, moving on to the artifacts. 1, 2, 3 artifacts. Serpent Soul Jar. 26 cents. Okay. Arcane's Signet. Is that how that's pronounced? Is Signet? $0.62 makes sense. It's a very useful card all the way around. And Soul Ring, a classic for Commander. $2, not bad, not bad. And now moving on to the creatures. I'm going to extract all the legendary creatures because I know I have a few. And we're going to scan those last. Okay, we'll worry about those later. For now, Entourage of Trest. That is CMR. CMR for Commander Legends. 10 cents. It's not a terrible card. I've never really messed around with the Monarch thing. Taunting Erebor Mage. That's a fun card. It's not very... All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. It's a pretty good kicker, but it's an expensive card mana-wise. It's only 4 cents money-wise. So, that's not worth it. This one's Oath of the Gatewatch, and it's 5 cents. Vigilance Trample for 5 mana. It's not bad, but it's not jaw-dropping. Wild Heart Invoker. I imagine this one's probably the same rate. 11 cents. Okay, a little bit better, a little bit better. And it's also Jumpstart. And the Jumpstart version of it is only 5 cents. So yeah. Okay. Lifespring Druid. Now we're getting to some cards that I really like. I love the Lifespring Druid and any creature that taps for mana. Although this one in particular is not that worthwhile money-wise. But as a card, a 2/1 creature for 3 mana that taps for mana is not bad at all. I'd add that to my collection almost any day unless I could find someone that's hands down better. Wildborn Preserver. It's always fun to put counters on another creature. We get ELD. 27 cents. That's not terrible. Skemfar Shadow Sage. That's a nice card. That's a fun one. $0.26. That's very nice. Masked Admirers. This one's a classic because it just keeps coming back and you get to draw more cards from it. But at the same time, it doesn't really do anything beyond that. Visionary. This one's a really good card. I mean, look at that. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. And in addition to that, you can tap it for mana. That is some overpowered elf, if I've ever seen one. Llanowar Scout. Yep, 26, not bad. Put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. That's actually really good if I were to put it into my landfall deck, which I might swap things around so that it is in my landfall deck. Eye Blight Colors. When it dies, create 3 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. If I have a card that triggers every time an elf enters the battlefield, this is overpowered. I could just sacrifice it easily, and it just comes right back 3 times. Very nice. Elderfang Ritualist. Basically a swap me out type card. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Golgari Findbroker. Turn target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That's actually surprisingly useful in certain situations. But at the same time, it's not like that big of a thing. I have definitely found that one useful in my playthroughs, though. Lys Alana Scarblade. Not bad. I never really found much of a use for this one. Especially since I hate to discard elf cards. If I'm going to be building an elf deck, I want all the cards to be useful, and I don't like discarding of them if they're useful. Drider. This one doesn't necessarily belong in the elf deck. I think I put it in there as filler because it was the better option versus something that was already in there. Twin Blade Assassins. This one's a pretty useful one. We always like cards that let me draw more cards. This one's a fun one. I've had fun with this one before. Especially when you get like 20 elves out. You tap all of them, create 4 7/7 elemental creatures. Ooh. It's intimidating. 30 cents. Rightfully so. Sylvan Messenger. Reveal the top 4 cards. Put an all elf cards revealed this way into your hand. The rest on the bottom of the library. That's not bad. It's definitely not terrible. I like it. Jagged Scar Archers. Now, I have never seen a woman with a bow that skinny. I think she needs to stop trying to pretend veganism is good. Elvish Archdruid. This is one of the most overpowered cards in the deck because you can tap it for mana equal to the number of elves I have, and it's only worth 71 cents on the market. So that's really good to keep. I don't think I'd ever sell that if I ever get, unless I'm done with Magic in general. Shaman of the Pack. $1.18. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of elves you control. That's actually really good. Especially if you draw that card late game while you already have 40 elves out. Boom, opponent's dead. Imperious Perfect. Love this one. Tapping to create more elves. Always could use more elves. Poison Tip Archer. This one's nice because you can use it to kill off your other opponents by sacrificing your own guys. And it makes sense that this card would be worth $2.30. Liz Alana Huntmaster. Ooh, this is a nice card. 250 or 260, I should say. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, we got a foil. $8 card. We got an $8 card, guys. Let's go. Wait. Might not be an $8 card. I think it's not an $8 card. Never mind. It shows up as an $8 card initially. There it is. It is an $8 card. Thought so. 1 second. Alrighty. Alrighty. There we go. Did I scan that one already? I did not. So let's scan this one. Ruthless Winnower. Beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-elf creature. That is an overpowered card for this deck. Makes sense that it'd be worth almost $5.50. And this is also an overpowered card for this deck. And the fact that it's only worth $1.60. It's pretty good. Alrighty. Timberwatch Elf. It's a good card. That's definitely a good card. Null Mage Shepherd. Not terrible. Good way to get rid of those pesky artifacts that your opponents will control. It's a good 80-cent card. Spring Bloom Druid. 16 cents, but that's the wrong set. Got 75 cents on this one. That's pretty good. Llanowar Tribe. Makes sense. This one's a $1 card. It's a really good mana buff. Canopy Tactician, another really good mana buff, and an elf buff. That is a phenomenal card right there. And it's almost $6. That's really good. Beast Whisperer. That's a really good card. $9. Makes sense. Oh, wait, hold up. Make sure it has the right set. Okay, $7. Still pretty good. Still really good. Love that one. Perhaps my favorite deck card in this deck, the Wolverine Riders. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Whenever another elf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to its toughness. That's a phenomenal card. And rightfully so. It is worth $25. This card is worth $25. To be exact, $25.38. That's a good card. And the Crater Hoof Behemoth. Love this card. I really do love this card. And it's worth $19.30. Love to see it. That's all my non-legendary creatures. And everything else into the deck. The only thing that's left is the legendary creatures. Now, I do have a lot of life gain aspects in this deck, which is why at one point I threw Veto in there. I don't know whether or not he was good in there because I didn't play the deck enough to know for sure. But I do know that Veto is a good card in general. Rightfully so, he's a $9 card. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Morrowind the Nurturer, a $7 card almost. That's really good. Love to see it. Rise the Exiled. It's almost $2. That's not bad, especially for how he is. There's been a couple games I've played, he's come in clutch. Dwayne Giltleaf Dine. I don't know how to pronounce that, but scan it. Number 56, yep. 39-cent card, not terrible. Abomination of Llanowar. 36-cent card, not bad, not bad. Droga Chieftain. 12 cents. Makes sense. I mean, he's not the greatest card. He's really good for buffing up my elves, but only if I actually have the mana to do so. Herald, King of Skemfar. 19 cents. It's not terrible, but it's not that great. His ability isn't that important to me either. And Maria Thorn of the Glade. I don't think I would ever really use her as a commander, even with a good partner. And that is my elf deck. Alrighty. I just uploaded a short. Nice. Alright, we're going to go through and make sure that I didn't miss any. We got Maria, Harold, Numa, Abomination, Dwayne, Rise, Merwin, Vito, Craterhoof Behemoth, Wolverine, Beast Whisperer, Canopy, Lanor, Springbloom Druid, Null Mage Shepherd, Timberwatch Elf, Wirewood Channeler, Ruthless Winnower, Elvish War Master, and it is a foil, Liz, Poison Tip, Shaman, Poison Tip. Did I forget this one? I think I forgot to scan that one. I'm going to have to do that. Shaman of the Pack, Elvish Archdruid, Jagged Scar Archers. That one, that one, that one. Got the Dryad, the Liz Scarblade, Golgari Finebroker, Elderfang Ritualist, Eye Blight, Lanor Scout, Lanor Visionary, Masked Admirers, Skemfar Shadow Stage. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Then to the artifacts. Those 3 are the artifacts. Then I have 3 instances. Then the sorceries. Then we got enchantments. Then lands. Jungle Hollow. There we go. That is 100 cards right there. -1 because this one didn't scan. Or rather, we didn't add it. We forgot to add it, so let's go ahead and add that real quick. Well, for some reason, that gives us 102 cards. That felt good. I'm going to count my cards real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Where the fetch are my 2 extra cards coming from? I'm going to count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. What determines the value of them? The value of them is calculated based on supply and demand online. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 8, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So why on earth do I have 2 extra according to my thing right here? That would be one of them. So that fixed that problem. Is there another one where it shows 2 when it's only 1? Not that I can see. Let's double check on the lands. So we only have one of those. Only have one of those. I only have one of those. I have one of those. One of those. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then I have 2 of these. Okay. What about swamps? 1, 2, 3 of those. One of those. One of those. 2 of those. One of those. So I do have 2 of those. So all the lands are good. Where did I go wrong? Let me scan through real quick. There it is. There's the other one. Okay. There we go. So that calculates out to 100 cards with a total of $173. That's pretty good. That's 100 cards out of all that. Okay. Let's see. I have no idea whether or not these tokens will show up on here. Let's find out. Maybe if I scan this side first. I'm not sure which side I would scan for that. So I'm going to go ahead and ignore all tokens for now. We're just going to stick to the regular cards, I think, for now. Anyways, did anybody have fun watching me scan through 100 cards, or should I end the stream? I'll let you guys decide. Until then, I'll move the camera to my face. How's everybody doing today? This is Toby, by the way. He went missing for a little bit, but he's back in the streams with us again. I could go ahead and scan another deck. I could do something else. I could take a break from streaming and maybe do Terraria later. I don't know. What do you guys think? I really don't know. I had fun, but I get bored easily from, well, I mean, I know other people get bored easily is what I meant. Let me go ahead and put this in here. What I am going to do is I'm going to go back to manabox.com, or the mana box. We're going to select here, we're going to create a new deck. Elven Empire. Commander. I don't remember what her name is. Where is she? Bathrobe Blade of the Elves. There it is. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. I think we're going to call it there. I'm not getting any responses in the chat, so I'm going to assume that you guys are bored. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this live stream. I don't know if I'll do this again or if I'll just kind of keep this part of my life to myself from now on. But guess let me know if you enjoyed it. Go ahead and join my Discord.